Alright, so we're going to get into talking about strings and characters. I don't know if my voice is correct there, but first, a char is another data type inside of C Sharp, and it can be anything. It's a single character. That's what char stands for. So basically, you can have any like one thing and use single quotes conventionally. Let's see if we can use double quotes. No. So you have to use single quotes in order to express a char, and basically you can't use for like a string, you can't use a single quote either. Actually, you might be able to. No, you can't. You can't use a single quote because that's a char. So you have to use single quotes, and then you can also include some special characters. There's things known as escape characters. So when you do a slash here, as you can see, I'm having some weird highlighting going on. And when you do a backslash like this, what it's doing is something called escaping. So it's actually saying that this dash is not the end of a little char right here. It's actually escaped. So if I put another char in there, you can see that it works. And so basically this is nice because without that little slash, then I can't represent a single quotation mark. I have to have the slash in order to escape it. And then there's also special characters, like a new line character, which is a \n. And basically that's what's called carriage return or like a line return. It's when you press enter on the keyboard and it goes to a new line. That's the actual representation of that. And if you want to escape a backslash, you have to do this. You do 2 backslashes in order to escape a backslash. It's pretty funny. You can also specify a Unicode character for chars. So Unicode is just a hexadecimal representation of some character without directly having to write it. So if we want to do the copyright symbol, it's also helpful for things that you obviously just can't type in. You can escape it and you say 00A9, and this is the hexadecimal or the Unicode value of the copyright symbol. So that was basically chars, pretty simple. Some escape characters. With strings, you can also have escape characters too. So if you wanted to have double quotes in here, you can do this. This is a quote, right? And then we can do another backslash, another quote, and that way we can actually use quotes. Let's do another right line and then see this in action. Just going to cheat key. We're good. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and run this. And you can see we actually have some double quotes here where we wouldn't have had them otherwise. We needed the escape characters there. If you're doing something like a string path, this is what it can look like. It can get pretty crazy. The book has this example of like this path can get sort of insane, and so it's a little bit difficult to see. Let's run this really quick. And you can see that we basically are writing a path to a file on a server. So we need all these backslashes, right? But it gets annoying to have this many repeating backslashes. So instead of doing it this way, we can actually have an @ here. And this basically just tells the compiler to recognize the string as a literal. So it's not going to have escape characters. And that way we don't have to use an escape character for each backslash and can just use it normally. So it sort of helps out and makes the string look a little bit neater. Finally, I'm just going to clean up this code a little bit. We can actually put variables inside of strings. So if we do a string that looks like this, and we have a $sign in front of a string, we can say x is equal to 5. Or, sorry, you put x in here. You put the name of the variable inside of these brackets. So when we print out y, it actually prints out the value of x, which is a pretty neat thing. This is called string This is called string interpolation, and it looks like it was actually brand spanking new to C# 6. So that's pretty cool, and that's very nice to have that. And that is it for strings and chars. Thanks for watching.